Did you think you'd still be doing this now?
No, not at all. I mean, when I started, everybody was, kind of finishing up at 25 or 26, and I just assumed that's the way it was. But I mean, you get there and you're like, well, that's just still fun. I mean, I still am competitive. Why do you stop? And that kind of happened year after year after year, and I still, to the point. I mean, this year I didn't feel my competitiveness was there in the outdoors. I mean, I really didn't feel I had the speed to win. So I mean, that's kind of where I kind of fell out of that for next year. I mean, I'm doing the Supercross only because I still feel like I have the opportunity to win, and those things are what keeps you going when you have that that drive. That's why I like Supercross. I mean, it's to actually think about what you can do and then doing it. There's some big hits on a Supercross track, week in, week out, and those things are get your adrenaline going and stuff that kind of keeps you motivated.
What are your personal goals for Supercross 04?
I think goal number one is to stay healthy. It's been 2 years and I haven't finished the last 2 seasons, so.
Well, what ingredient is missing in that equation?
Meaning?
You haven't finished the last 2 seasons, but Travis was strong.
Yeah, well, that was 1 season. Last year I kind of took care of myself, so I mean, not without him trying to help me, but no, that's goal number one. And to win, to win races, I mean, I just got to get back out there and get comfortable and confident and get some good finishes and just keep rolling. But mainly, try to win as many races as I can and finish the season.
How's the riding style changed in Supercross since you've been around?
Supercross used to be, you could, and this was more like in Jeremy's, reign, where if you were smooth and you got good starts, I mean, that was pretty much what it took to win, lap after lap, 20 laps smooth, and, obviously fast. But now it's like smooth is you've gone beyond smooth, and it's pretty much, you got to hang it out for 20 laps and go as fast as you can, no matter what it looks like, no matter rough, bumpy or whatever, you got to go fast for 20 laps. And the starts are still important, but I think it's gone one step further than just being, timing the obstacles. It's racing in between everything, and bike setups are really important. I mean, everything's kind of coming out.
Has it been hard for you to adapt your Supercross style? I mean, for someone who was in the era of being smooth, no mistakes pays off, to suddenly you have to do these huge jumps and charge.
Well, I mean, I kind of started as rough in Supercross and kind of just hanging it out and going down a lot, and then I kind of fell into the smooth thing right at the end of it, and now I got to pick it up and go faster. But I think my style is pretty good for that. I mean, other than the starts, I feel like my speed and my timing and everything's pretty close. I just need to fine-tune all that in a package with good starts, and the way Ricky and Chad Reed are riding, it's definitely stepping up the bar, but I still think it's reachable.
What does Mike Baracco's life consist of after racing?
Yeah, you have to ask me that later. At this point, I'm still focused on racing, and we have the AMSOIL team, and there's a lot of things that I could be doing, and I'm basically gonna get to the point where I'm done racing and make a decision at that time.
I think of all the pro racers out there, you think of like a badass, and I think most people think of Mike Baracco.
Yeah, I mean, it's, there's times in my career where, my intensity level has been, high, and there's times where I'm kind of mellow, but I mean, the bottom line is I think at any time, I mean, I'm giving 100%, and I'm really not afraid to mix it up if I need to, and I think just doing that year after year after year is kind of where that kind of came from.
Is it hard to stay focused in a long-ass outdoor race, or have you ever caught yourself like thinking about how you're going to make corn dogs on Tuesday night? No, those things are, I mean, you get to the point where you're out there, like let's say this year several times I've been by myself in 4th or 5th, and there's kind of too far in front and too far behind for much to happen, and
you know, still, even at that point, you focus on what's coming up and try to do it the best you can. I mean, practicing, on the other hand, your mind wanders, and because you're doing it, you know, day after day, week after week on the same track, and it's just, you know, some monotonous. But racing still, you know, you got to keep after it.
I don't know if you know this, but our magazine has officially dropped the mullet.
Dropped it.
Yeah, no more mullet hunt. What are your thoughts on that?
It's
Good
just,
move or is it controversial?
oh, you know, I don't know. I mean, mullets are still popular in some places, and you might be offending some people, so maybe a smart move. But on the other hand, I think there's people that like to see that, so you just got to do what you got to do.